Good morning. It's been a while, huh?
Yeah.
I think it's around a year since the last time I met you personally.
Yeah, more than a year,
More
I
than a
think.
year, okay. If you've watched me on social media, for sure that you know I'm running some of the social experiment related to happiness and positivity. And the purpose of these projects is to help people raise more awareness of protecting, of improving their mental health. So this is the special campaign of mine. You can see from the background, happiness interview.
Yeah.
So quick introduce about yourself first.
Okay, so good morning, Mr. Tommy and everyone watching Tommy English channel. I'm Jolie, as you know, and my name looks like joy, meaning happiness, like the topic. Yeah, and I think it's my pleasure to appear here with you and share all of my opinions about happiness. So I'm working as a coach at Tommy English, and I just graduated at International University.
Okay.
And I believe that I have enough positive mindset, and I'm ready to share with you now.
Plans, I mean goals after graduation. Do you have any plans for yourself?
Yeah, I have a plan. Like, I want to be a teacher in the high school.
Oh,
English teacher in high school.
high school English teacher. And do you prepare anything for the plan?
Yeah, so I will take a TESOL certificate.
Okay, you have any destination? You have any target school yet?
Yeah, my old high school.
Oh, beautiful.
Because that is the top school in my district.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, wow. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
I do hope that with the experience and the skills that you have learned and you have accumulated in Tom English over the last 1 year and a half, I do hope it could be some help. Being a teacher, especially English teacher, is not something too hard, but it's not too easy. I don't judge, but then I am not so into the education system, especially when it comes to English learning, because it is too theoretical. They focus too much on the input, but they neglect the output. In English, we do have input and output, and the job is to balance. Our input is what we take in, like listening, reading, like learning vocabulary, like learning grammar. That's something that we take in. And as much as we take in, we need to find an environment to bring them out, to practice. And that's the output. And the output is something like you speak out, you practice, you have room to make mistakes, you write, you present about something. Okay, that's the output. But then we forget about the importance of the output. We just focus on taking as much as input as possible. So I do hope with the generation of yours, I do hope that you can also have the brighter, a bigger mindset for the education to help people be more confident in speaking English. Actually, we need inputs, but what's the point of having a lot of inputs, but we forget about the output?
Yeah, because I have a student studying at Tommy English right now, and she said that when she took the midterm test at school, they also required to have a small conversation.
Beautiful.
A score of speaking skills and a score of listening skills also, and writing and the grammar and vocabulary. So I think the system in Vietnam also changed.
It has changed a lot over the time, right? For sure, we need to, make some changes, right? So keep it up. I know that you can get it. So I would love to first say thank you for joining. Thank you for accepting my invitation, joining this special campaign of mine, Happiness Interview. First question for you, Jolie. How do you define happiness?
Okay, actually, my initial thoughts let me consider that happiness is making lots of money. you know. Yeah, but it's too materialistic, huh? So just kidding a little bit. So I think happiness is defined in many ways. Yeah, it's up to your mindset. But to me, it means that feeling loved by the surrounding people, like from the relationship with your family, with your friends, and with your colleagues or with your boss also. So, and the second thing I can think of is to achieve my goals. To clarify, in the past, I used to believe that happiness is just from the money. Yeah, and so I have said that I took a lot of part-time jobs, and actually when I received the money, I just felt exhausted, and I have no motivation at that time. So so now I changed my mind a little bit, and I feel more grateful when I just took about 2 part-time jobs is enough for me, and I feel really grateful when I see everyone surrounding me who live a happy life. Yeah, and I think money is not affected at all. So yeah, and secondly, with the energy of young generation, you have said, and descendants of workaholics. So I feel really joyful when I attend any targets that I have planned previously. So that is the 2 things that makes me feel happy all day, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so what makes you feel happy today?
Because I have an interview with you.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the special meeting. Yeah, special chance for me.
I do appreciate that. I am so grateful for having the opportunity talking to you, sharing with you, and learning from you also, Charlie. Okay, so I love the definition of happiness. When you define happiness in 3 different categories, we cannot deny the importance of money in the contribution of happiness, right? I want to go deeper in the first part, which is relationships. You know, we need people, we need to be surrounded by our loved ones so that we can feel loved, we can feel cared, we can feel the emotions, positive emotions. So how do you strengthen your relationships with the people around you so that it can be a source of happiness?
So I usually keep in touch with them by oversharing. Yeah, I am the one who overshares a lot of, like, just a small piece of story in my daily life. I just share with them, and they also share that with me. And I think that is also my love language. So I think oversharing and interacting also. Yeah. So you cannot live with the one who you cannot communicate every day, right?
Yeah.
You cannot live with that one. Yeah. Okay. Loss of communication is the one I'm scared of.
Yep. Sharing is one of the points to, how do I say, strengthen the relationship. I'm not the type of person who shares much. I mean, I can share a lot about my experience, about my skills, things like that. But then when it comes to difficulties or anxiety, things like that, I'm not a type of person who is willing to share my emotions to others. So how can I still be happy, but not by sharing with other people?
Okay, so I have a younger brother who has the same mindset with you. And I also talked to somebody that have the same mindset with you, and they said that they just need to see others to be happy. That makes them happy. Do you think so? Yeah, for example, in the family gathering, they just sit here just sit here in the tranquil place, and then they see everyone like surround each other and do something together, and they say that I'm happy because everyone is happy.
Yeah, I'm that type of person also. I love to watch.
Really?
Yeah, that's also what I love to do, to share and to make people's lives better, because happiness is doubled when I can see others happy, right? Right? I can see that part also. Okay.
So I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
So do you often bottle up your emotions like that until it ends?
For me, I consider myself to be a person who's pretty good at controlling my emotions, because when something comes to me, I welcome them. And as I told you before, I rarely share my emotions and my challenges and my difficulties with other people. But then I choose to face it myself. I choose to, feel it, write it down, the things, and then I try to find a solution for that. So I learned to accept the fact that I cannot control everything. Right? So with the things that I can control, that I can work on, that I will take action. But with the things that are out of my control, that's all right. I can just let it go and focus on better things around me. Yep. So that's the way that I use to, boost myself up whenever I feel down.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, I think it's hard for me.
Yeah, I know, like, for sure that I can see a lot of my friends, especially, female friends and colleagues, they love sharing, especially with their, siblings or even their parents, their teachers. I think that's a good point. I highly recommend doing that, because it's good to share. It's good to take advice from other people whenever you cannot be alone. You cannot solve the problem yourself. Getting advice, getting consultants from other people is a pretty good way to overcome things in life. And for me, for sure that if I need help from other people, I would say, for this one, maybe you're master in this one, so probably you can go and share some of your experience. Can I get some of the advice? That's okay. I love to get advice and feedback from other people.
I think so.
Okay.
I can feel that.
Yeah. So thank you, Jolie, for the question. So the second question for you, Jolie, we're gonna talk about the importance of money. As you mentioned before, we cannot deny that money is an essential part of our life. Okay. So do you think money can bring happiness?
Yeah, definitely. But I think in another way, not what you are thinking. So I must admit that without money, humans cannot survive, right? Yeah, but in other ways, instead of using that for make ends meet or show off your values, like everyone just use that in that way. So I'd rather take advantage of it to buy experiences and moments. That is another kind of happiness to me. Thus I often spend my money strengthening my bonds and experiencing new things. Like I like to travel and go to workshops with my friends to experience new things, like drawing skills or anything to improve my creativity. And in addition, I think that when I am like financially independent, my parents also feel satisfied and they feel happy. That is their happiness. So I think that money can purchase happiness in several ways, not for yourself, but in another like relationship, like from your family, friends, or colleagues, or anything.
Okay. The definition of money is various with different groups of people, right? So with you, money is important, but maybe it's not just to make ends meet, but also to improve your experience, to broaden your knowledge, your circle of the relationships and experiences. I love this one because you're about to graduate, right? So I love this mindset, because lots of people are focusing on making money, and they forget about the importance of experience or knowledge or skills, right? I've heard this one before. Money is important, but don't be addicted to it. You work to learn, not just for a paycheck. Skills and knowledge will take you further than money ever will. So you better chase growth and money will follow. Right? What do you think about this one?
I think it happens a lot. In also my circle of friends also, they just look for like big four. But I think the things that I stay in Tommy English for about a year and a half, because I can learn a lot from you and from my colleagues. Because the syllabus is changing every day, right? So I really appreciate that I can learn a lot of games, a lot of teaching methodology from this center. So when you ask me that if I have any plans for the future, I am so hesitating because I think I can learn a lot from you more, and then I can choose another life in another center. But now I feel that your center teaches me a lot. So I don't want to change right now, even though that if I have a full-time job, I can also like manage my time to have a class in your center. I think that the young generations also need to focus more on experiences, because if you have more experiences, I think that you can create another one that can bring you more profits than now. So if you just like spend a lot of your values in a high salary company, I think it likes the brain gray, because we are young, we had nothing to lose. So why do we need to focus more on the money when we have another chance to broaden our knowledge?
I love the mindset, because you're young, but you have this mindset. So I think it's a pretty important thing, and you're so potential. I mean, for the people, not so many people I see can have this mindset of working, because I was there. I got like 5 years working experience in the hotel and a few years in education. What I do is that I try to be a better version of myself every single day in each and every task that I am in charge. For me, money is important as long as it can guarantee your daily needs, like for sure that you have your family, you have your kids, you have your parents to care about. As long as you have enough money to make ends meet, that's what you need. And experience, relationships are something that money can't buy. How much money that you have, you cannot buy experience. Right?
Totally.
Work to learn, not to make money. So that is also the philosophy that I am taking on, especially when I run my business as Tom English, right? Purpose of our company is not about making money. That's the result. And the purpose here is to create values for other people, is to have the healthiest working environment for people here, is to raise people awareness. As you can see from the logo, we try to create values to the society. That's the part. So that's the reason why we always have some of the free course for students. We always want to give away. So thank you so much for the answer. So let's move to the next question, Jolie. For sure that we have to deal with stress and anxiety in our modern life. So what are some of the techniques that you use to overcome?
So actually I will follow my my procedure first. Okay, so first of all, I will let my hair down by spending time with myself to improve my inner peace first, because I think that when we have some mental problems, we need to deal with yourself first. And then after you heal enough. Okay, I need that. So you should focus on the important ones and neglect the trivial things. Like if your work or your education are essential, so you must focus on that and neglect temporary emotions like the lover or the friends, debates, okay, or anything like that. Just be more mature for this one. Yeah, for the emotions. And the third one that I usually do, and I do it daily, is that writing a diary and review when you feel blue. I think this is really good because even the small things can also make you feel happy. I usually write today. I write that I'm grateful for the dish that my mom cooks, even though it is a little bit salty. But I don't know. In the future, I will go abroad for my job or anything. So I will miss this favor a lot. So yeah, so I feel really grateful even for the small things. And the last one is that spending with your close people, like your friends or your family. And if like you cannot share any stories with your close friends or your partner, you can raise a pet. I think it can be some way that sympathize your emotions at that time.
Agree.
Yeah, they cannot talk, but I think they have emotions.
Thank you so much for all the techniques. I think those are really useful. I will pick one of them. This is also my favorite one. It's to write things down. Is to do journaling. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I have my gratitude box that I write every single day. 3 things that I'm grateful for. So the ability of noticing the small little things in our life is important. Sometimes we just only know the importance of something when it's no longer with us. Maybe right now you're with your mom, she cooks for you something really good food, and you may take it for granted because that's every day. No matter what you do, no matter how busy you are, no matter how happy you are, you go back home and you have homemade food on the table. So maybe we forget about the beauty of those things. We take them for granted. But one day maybe you go abroad, or maybe something that happened, you can never get that back. So like for me, 15-20 minutes a day to sit down in solitude, to be appreciative of what I have. And have you ever experienced something that changed your life? I would say the milestone of your life, like something really, really bad that turned your life into a different chapter.
Yeah, I think that is the time that I enter my international university. Yeah, because before I used to be really shy and I was also bullied by my friends. That affects a lot in my mental health, and I cannot think anything like really positive. So when I enter my university, that is the new chapter to me because I met no mutual friends in my high school, and I started my new life. I applied for some jobs as a teacher because I used to be really introverted also. So no one think that I can talk. So when I become a teacher or a coach at Tommy English, everyone like, wow, surprise. Yeah. How can she change her life like that? Okay, so I think that is the time that changed my life a little bit.
What motivates you to turn the book to turn to a different chapter of your life?
Actually, I think that I need to change just my inner energy. Yeah, I think that I need to change for the better life because at that time I want to work in Google or Shopee. Yeah, the big 4 companies. So I cannot be too introverted. I need relationships to enter that companies or anything. Yeah, okay. I need to be more extroverted and communicative to get my goals.
At some point of our life, for sure, that we may understand the importance of changing, right? We may feel like the need of changing for a better life. What's most important is how we take all the courage to make the move. You made it. You made it yourself, right? Last question for you, Jolie. What is one message that you would have for people, especially young people like you, to always stay happy and positive in life?
Okay, so have you watched the movie named Nhà Gia Tiên? Have you watched
I'm not
it?
a big fan of movie, actually.
Okay. So I have heard from the movie that from the saying that I have a deep impression of is even though the moment used to hurt you a lot, it will be unforgettable memories someday. So yeah, yes. So it means that be grateful for everything that you receive, even though the bad things, because it also gives you the way to experience the new lesson. I also conclude that if something happens unsuccessfully, the God is trying to protect you from another bad things. So don't blame anyone for the bad luck or even yourself.
Wow, that's beautiful. Give me the name of the movie later.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll spend some time for that. I love this mindset. I mean, it's important to welcome everything, no matter good or bad the thing is, right? Yeah. Be grateful for them. The good people bring happiness. The bad people bring you experience. The worst people bring you lessons. And the best people bring you memories. So you should be grateful for all of them, even good, bad experience that you have. So thank you so much for the mindset. I do hope that young people will also, grab some of the good advice and also can, apply some of the experience that we have shared. We're sure that you may have some of the questions for me. Feel free to go ahead.
Okay, so we just talk about hurting, right? So if somebody hurts you a lot, so do you choose to hate and try to defeat them, or you will forgive their faults?
Okay. This is something that I've just shared with people. One of my messages, actually. The best revenge is not about hating. It's not about fighting. It's not about proving that you're right. The best revenge is to simply focus on yourself. Is to improve yourself. Is to become the best version of yourself. That's the best revenge. So if someone hurts me, for sure it's easier said than done. But you have some of the initial emotions at first. But then that's the time that you should sit back and you should observe your emotions to see what's right. Don't jump right into the conclusion or into action at that time, because the person there is not you. And if you act something, you may regret later, right? So sit back. Observe your emotion. Don't talk. Don't say, don't do anything at that time. Don't say to yourself, why is it happened to me? Say to yourself, what can I learn from this? So if someone hurts me, I will sit back first. I will see why they did that. Maybe the thing that, break me is not what they do. The thing that, breaks me is my expectations on them.
Oh, yeah,
right?
I accept.
Because, so, lower your expectation. Sometimes people cannot meet your expectation, and that's all right.
So do you feel more delighted when you live for the present or you live for the future?
That's a pretty good question, Jolie. Your past self and your future self have nothing to do with your current self. The past is the past. You can learn from it, but you can't change it. It is all right to plan, but it's no help to keep worrying about the future because it's not here yet. So the most important thing is our presence. That is the reason why the present also means a gift. It's a gift to live in the present, right? So it is important to focus on what we can do, what we can control at the moment.
Yeah, but if you don't live for your future, so how can you have the motivation to live for the present?
For me, living the future is good. It's the way that we plan for, our life. It is important.
Yeah.
You should have a plan for your life, right? But don't stress yourself too much on what you have to achieve and then don't have this mindset. If I get this, my life would be like that. That's so many people think that. So what I mean by living in the future is not about planning. Planning itself is good, but don't stress yourself too much on achieving the things that you forget about the beauty of living in the present. Setting goals is good. It shows that you're an ambitious person. But then slow down a little bit, right? Try to look back sometimes on how much and how far we've come, and be proud of yourself at that time.
Yeah.
Okay, keep trying every single day. That's the part.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I got the point. Thank you, Tommy.
Appreciate your time. So thank you so much for the questions.
Yeah.
Those are beautiful questions that I can get from
Yeah.
from you, Jolie. Thank you so much. I do hope that
Thank you.
you will say yes for my next campaign later.
Yeah, of
So thank you
course.
so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Tommy.
Appreciate your time. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you.